Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. If you could, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, enjoy.
Night Raw.
Yes, sir. So we step into Monday Night Raw on, what was it, 5/13 of 20. I almost did it too.
Yes, it is.
Of
It's
2002.
5/13 of 2002, exactly.
Man, it's so easy.
It's
It's
so
right,
easy,
It's right
yeah.
there.
When it's so recent is part of the problem.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's the real issue. So the show starts with the match that Oz was most excited about. I typed Goldust, but in actuality, it's Dustin
The
Rhodes,
natural
The
Dustin
natural.
Rhodes. Oh, absolutely.
aka my hardcore champion,
Yes.
versus Kurt, Olympic gold medalist hero Angle.
Yes.
Yeah, all those nicknames. I'll work on the nicknames. Don't you worry.
The wrestling machine.
Yep. The
I love
nickname's going to change after tonight. So
I love this gimmick with the mouthpiece. When he
Oh
was-
yeah.
I especially liked it when it said Impact.
Yeah,
that was good ads.
That was
good
good
ads.
stuff. Yeah, Kurt's a smart man, man.
Claudio's doing it right now, actually.
And he's doing it excellently.
Yes. Okay, tell me about what's going on tonight.
Yep. So Kurt comes out with Stacy. Before Kurt even gets in the ring, Stacy whispers something into Kurt's ear. Kurt just looks at her and like, really? He's like, do it. And so Kurt gets in the ring, and the first thing Kurt does.
Is Goldust out there yet, or Dustin? I mean,
Yeah, so
okay.
Dustin came out first. He's opening the show.
Gotcha. Okay.
'Cause this is the opening of the show, so Dustin's getting the returning hero pop.
Okay,
Everyone
that's cool.
loves
Just
him.
checking.
I probably should have looked up what state this was in.
That's all good.
Because if it was Texas, I would have just been.
I generally only look up where pay-per-views are happening
Yeah.
because Bash at the Beach is taking place in Nashville, Tennessee.
See, that's good stuff to know.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
See, all right. Well, in the future, if I feel like it's
we can
important,
pretend
I'll-
like it's Texas.
All right, yeah, I was about to say F it out. So I don't know if it was Texas or not, but we're going to pretend it is for the sake of the
But
show.
even if it isn't, let's be real. The Rhodes family, big love.
Everyone.
Don't have to be Texas.
Doesn't have to be Texas.
Dustin, excellent.
Excellent.
Love that guy.
Everyone loves
Cody too, John. Honestly.
Yeah.
Dusty. The whole family. Love ball.
But so as I think we said Lillian last time, Lillian is doing the ring introductions.
Yep.
Announces Dustin as the natural Dustin Rhodes. Kurt immediately snatches on the ankle lock and is yanking because Goldust goes up on the turnbuckle to raise the belt.
Okay, I'm with you.
So Kurt yanks and is destroying the ankle of Goldust before the match starts.
Yes.
And so it's a classic. Ref asks, can you continue? Dustin's like, I'm a stupid babyface. Yes, I can continue.
I wish you'd actually say that.
I mean, Dustin's pretty goofy sometimes,
I know,
so
right?
he could, but yeah. So he continues the match, and the whole match is just Kurt focusing on that ankle that he's badly damaged.
Yes.
Of course, you get the hot fire babyface comeback. Dustin is swinging for the fences, hitting bulldogs. Eventually breaks down. Obviously, it's a hardcore match, so there's weapons involved.
Of
yada
course.
yada. Dustin's bleeding like he did against Cody for a visual effect. And he finally gets Kurt in the position for Shattered Dreams. He's loading up. He backs up. Doesn't see Stacy sneak up behind him. Lobo doesn't see it coming. Kurt seizes his opportunity. Hits the Olympic slam. Rolls him over into the ankle lock. Wrenching. Dustin's screaming. He's got nothing left. He's crawling to the ropes. Kurt pulls him back. Hits in the scissor, which I don't think he ever did in WWE, but he's going to start doing it now. And Dustin passes out from the pain. We have a new hardcore champion.
I love it. Yeah. And it really, this match really does what I wanted for the entire division. And I hope that we continue to build toward my vision of what I see for that hardcore division.
I feel like it's a healthy mix. I got some stuff in the preceding weeks. I like to give everybody some time on and off the show.
Oh, absolutely.
So they can breathe.
So all I was getting at is, I don't know what you would call this. It's not really a spoiler, but peek behind the curtain.
Right.
I was talking to Josiah about the concept of the hardcore division and how that if Crash Holly can change it from just matches happening in the arena to happening anywhere 24/7,
Right.
why couldn't a wrestler change it again to being the hardcore division means you have to out wrestle me, right? Because that is legitimately
It's more hardcore than wrestling an Olympian.
and so that's legitimately what I wanted when Mick Foley introduced the 24/7 title.
Yeah.
Because there was only one guy I could envision being the first 24/7 champion. Did I ever tell you this?
No. I don't think so.
Well, so the day, the night, the whatever, the first time I saw that title, I didn't hate it. I instantly thought of one man, and I immediately downloaded it in the video game because people always upload stuff immediately.
Right.
So as soon as I downloaded the title, I gave it to AJ Styles because when I think of 24/7 wrestling, when I think of a
I
guy,
went in a whole different route of this. Okay.
when I think of a guy who says, I don't care if it's day, afternoon, evening, night, the break of dawn, I can out wrestle you, because that's what I thought of when I thought of 24/7, right? I thought of I'm holding this title and there ain't nobody who can take it from me. Much like the Briscoes, AJ can be at his house and say, "Come on down to Georgia," except in their case they were at Sandy Fork, Delaware.
Yeah,
but come on down to
You got the
Georgia
point,
and you can't take this from me, right?
Because you can try.
You can try, exactly. And so that's how I saw, and then it turned into a roll-up belt. So I was
Yeah.
like, come on now.
Well, I kind of figured that was the vibe they were going for when I saw the design. I'm like, man, they put no effort into the side plates. I'm not mad at the green strap because it was something different.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I instantly changed it to a black strap.
Yeah.
And I put, instead of a gold WWE logo, I put a silver with red.
Yeah.
And like I changed it up, but like it was only my wishful thinking. Well, if you've got a 24/7 title, then it should go to a guy who can out wrestle you all day, every day.
24/7, 365.
Exactly. But yeah, that's off topic.
Yeah. Well, good stuff all around. What did I just finish with? Okay. So next up, next segment, Lita explains her attack on Jazz. She
Makes sense.
explains that basically it's a short and simple. I want the women's championship. That's why else would I attack Jazz?
Well, not just that, but also the concept that what has I feel like really rubbed Lita and probably all the women wrong is Jazz demonstrating both with her words and actions that she believes she's going to hold this title forever.
Yeah.
And that she has nothing to worry about. Like, she's happy to give you the match,
Yeah.
but she's happy to give you the match because she ain't going to
Yeah.
lose this
I'm
title.
about to say she's confident in her own ability. She's confident. She's confident in her competition to
Yes.
keep her sharp.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of like the most important thing, and that's how Jazz views it.
Mm-hmm.
But to Oz's point, Lita does not view it that way.
Exactly.
So Lita demands a rematch for the women's championship, and that's when Ivory, established Jazz's friend, comes in and says she doesn't appreciate Lita's actions and demands a match with her next week on Raw. So
Cool.
Lita says, "F it, I don't care."
I love that you're thinking ahead. You're giving people something to look forward to,
I try.
and yeah, no, it's good stuff.
I do what I can. Next up, because I forgot that I made this a pay-per-view level Raw. But then I rewatched the tape and I was like, oh man, I really stacked this Raw. Because next up we have RVD versus, yeah, that's right, the Ayatollah Rock and Roller, Chris Jericho,
Oh yeah, I'm game. Let's do it.
for the United States title. And let's be honest, it's Rob and Chris. They're gonna have a great match by accident.
Absolutely.
So
Hey, let's just do it on the fly.
let's just do it on the fly. So it's pretty back and forth. It pretty much ends with Rob hitting a 5-star frog splash. You know the classics. Chris works for the Walls of Jericho all the time, but the end result is RVD still U.S. champion. A great match, nonetheless. Crowd loves it.
It's gonna be star making when he loses that title to
Oh.
somebody.
Big time. Big time. And I already know exactly who I want to do it to. Give it to, I mean.
Cool.
It's going to be great.
Love it.
And I'm actually really, really excited to do it. No time soon.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Next up, we have Bossman versus Raven. Little fight. Raven hits the Raven effect on Bossman. Big love to Ray Trailer. Though.
Absolutely.
Show.
I mean, but Scott Levy too.
Yeah, exactly. Love them both. Love them both. And then last but not least, the match that we've been building for 2 weeks now. Christian versus Brock Lesnar.
Whew.
So Christian, visibly, is not 100%.
Right.
He's still effed up after the Brock lock. His ligaments, the way the doctors describe it, it's a crucial sprain. So obviously you don't recover from that in 2 weeks. But he said, damn it, the doc cleared me. I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight, and I'm going to beat this beast. I'm going to beat the most dangerous man, and I'm going to cement my legacy here on Monday Night Raw.
For Mick Foley.
For Mick.
Do
it for Mick. And the crowd loses it.
Well, what I mean is, because when he first came out, he said he wasn't going to let him down for
Right.
picking him in the top 5, which still love that.
Exactly. And so Lesnar obviously comes out with Heyman, and Heyman's talking him up, telling him how great he is, and literally, so Lillian announces.
Also, just remember, he beat Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's right. No, don't worry, we're getting to that. So Lillian introduces Christian. Paul snatches the mic and literally says what you just said. This is the man that decimated Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is the man that decimated other scrubs. The rest of them don't matter.
I think it was Al Snow.
Yeah, Al Snow.
Probably somebody else too.
Al Snow one other person, but I
Yeah.
can't.
It's all good.
Not jumping in my mind right
But
now.
yeah.
But regardless, Brock's been dominant
Yeah.
since day one.
Undefeated.
And today is going to be no different. He hasn't had a match over 10 minutes yet. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be the exact same tonight. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. And this is the first time he's wrong.
Oh, good.
So, the match starts out exactly as you would expect. Brock is throwing Christian around, throwing him with suplexes, power bombs, clotheslines. He's pretty much like he did almost exact same beat by beat what he did to Austin. And Christian is crawling his way up. Brock hits him with a nasty chop block and starts to go for the Brock lock. Christian, though, very intelligently, because you know how with the Brock lock, Brock just slaps the leg on, just stands up. So Christian rotates his body weight and turns the Brock lock into a roll up.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And gets it too. So Brock obviously has to let go in order to not get pinned.
Exactly, yeah.
And then it's at that point Brock runs full speed to try and kill Christian, and Christian low bridges him, and Brock falls out the ring. Now this is the moment Brock's starting to get heated.
Well, that, and I bet this is about that time where it becomes the longest match of his career.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It feels right.
Yep, it feels like the right moment. Christian's the right guy to do it. Brock's heated. Paul Heyman's trying to calm him down. Like, okay, listen, don't let him get to you. Don't let him get to you. You're better than this guy. 7 days out of the week, you were the man. Now get back in there, focus up, and end this.
Which is amazing because now in 2023, and before obviously, but
Right.
like in the now, everybody knows that Christian is one of the most talked up talents
Yeah.
in the industry. They're like,
it's footwork, man.
yeah, it's like this guy can give you your best match, and you never saw it coming.
Yeah, exactly.
And so yeah, I think that's smart that you're establishing it this early.
Exactly. So there's more back and forth, but basically Brock is just being outsmarted by Christian. Christian's showing his intelligence as to be better, which is pretty much the high point of his whole career. Like every time I watch Christian, I'm always thinking, God damn it, this man's so smart. He does the little things so well.
Absolutely.
And that's what he's doing in this match here. And there are moments he's going for the kill switch. He's trying to get the finish, but the knee gives out on him. It's not working.
Well, and Brock's so dang strong.
Yep. Brock's so powerful. So at one point he goes for the kill switch. Brock breaks out, snaps him, and throws him for a German. And the match ends. So Christian again goes for the Unprettier. Brock kind of flips him out of it. He lands on his feet, but again the knee. And then Paul says, "Do it now! And Brock actually listens to Paul at this point. So he grabs him, snatches him up in an F5, and hits like, you know those F5s when he like used to just throw them?
Yep.
Yeah, so he launched.
There was a commercial once where he threw a shark.
Oh yeah, I
in
did
the
see that.
SummerSlam promotion.
Yeah, was that SummerSlam
Yeah.
2012 or something?
I don't know, but
13.
whatever it was,
Yeah.
it was just like that's what I envisioned when he talked about Brock throwing.
Yeah, it was Sharknado basically.
Exactly.
But
Except
Christian,
this time it's Christian. Exactly.
poor Christian. But Christian gets launched with the F5. Brock pins him, and this is at least a 25-minute match.
Oh my god, that would be so amazing.
Yeah. So not only did Christian go well over double the amount of time Brock's ever been in the ring, but he almost beat him multiple times, which is pretty much the point I want to get across. And obviously, since that happened, Brock's pissed. He's
Yeah, of
upset.
course.
Now, he's not gassed by any stretch of the
Oh,
imagination.
yeah, he's Brock Lesnar.
He's a freak of nature.
Yes.
He probably could have gone another 25 minutes.
he's like, I'm only mad for by the principle of the matter, not
God,
that I couldn't do
you
it.
made Paul Heyman a liar, damn it.
Exactly.
So Brock immediately straps on the Brock lock on Christian's injured leg, and he's wrenching and trying to destroy him. And Paul's like, end his career. And that's when the glass shatters.
Oh.
And out comes Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Austin's stomping out, doing... Listen,
Yeah.
You know Austin.
You know.
You
He
know
calls
Austin.
it the BMF walk.
Exactly. And he arrives, raises hell, and leaves, basically. He comes in, and he's doing his Austin punches.
You're what, 2 weeks away from him being done?
Yep. Oh, no, sorry. It's 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3
Okay.
weeks away
I
from
knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't far.
Oh, it's not long. That's why this is
Exactly. You got to pull that trigger.
Yeah. And Brock, Austin goes for a stunner. Brock pushes off and rolls out of the ring. He's trying to get back in, but Paul's like, no, not now, not now. This isn't the moment. This isn't the moment.
Dude, that's awesome. I love that entire show.
Yeah. So I got a couple more things. So Austin grabs the mic. First of all, he heights up Christian and says, what a guy.
Right.
What a legend. This man did something I couldn't even do. So please give him the respect that he deserves.
that's big praise right there.
Yeah. Christian obviously can't stand. Austin's still a little wobbly himself from his injury.
Yep.
Because he's only been gone a few weeks.
Yes.
But he says...
Well, and Austin knows what it's like to have bad knees.
Exactly. His knees were messed up before the Brock lock.
Exactly.
But basically, Austin says, I'll be damned if I go out like that. I'll be damned if that's the last thing people see me for. So Brock Lesnar, in 3 weeks, I demand a rematch, and we're going to go one-on-one in the main event of Monday Night Raw. And it will be no holds barred.
I love it. So, that is a sexy show right there.
Thank you.